Greetings and welcome to episode 45 of my Empire Total War Darth mod Russia campaign. And this, my friends, we left it last time. And for this and the foreseeable future, my friends, our main goal here, our main task is to secure a foothold here in the Caribbean and indeed in the Americas. Many of you said in the last episode where I asked you for your advice, my friends, again, your advice has been absolutely wonderful, my friends. It really has. That all of you, many of you think suggested and planned that we should remove the pirates here from the Caribbean and use this empire. Now they've got a pretty decent little empire here. This one is able to sort of keep track. The pirates have been able to sort of move it within the Caribbean almost with impunity here. They have Punda, they have Trinidad and Tobago, they have Windward Islands, and they have Leeward Islands. That's quite a chunk of land there they've got here in the Caribbean, and this allows them to almost spread a net here, a net that catches everything within sort of this circumference radius here, and that puts a lot of shipping, particularly trade, to ourselves from from Britain. And indeed it does put sort of Spain into sort of jeopardy as well, in terms of Spain, not so much worried really about Spain in terms of the overall sort of geographical sort of spread. We're very friendly with Spain, we're friendly with Britain, so Spain is, we're in pretty good relations with Spain. Britain, yeah, they're okay with us as well. But what it does is it just allows the pirates here to really put that sort of hard cap on the trade, when it really should be absolutely bursting through all the trade lines here. So we have resolved ourselves here to invade these pirate islands here, remove the pirate threat from the Caribbean. We're not doing it for others, we're not doing it for Britain, we're not doing it for Spain, we're doing it for ourselves twofold. The first reason is economic. It gives us a real sort of economic boost here in terms of Britain and Spain able to send their trade through to us, because we get an increase in trade because the threat of the pirates has been eliminated. They're not raiding the ports, they're not hitting the trade lines. It also gives us some fairly decent land here, or will give us decent land. Remember, never ever, my friends, assume you're going to take something. Always plan for the worst, prepare for the best. So as you can see here, they're actually upgrading a commercial basin. They've got abundant yield here in the plantation, sugar plantation. So actually some of these islands, they may look small, but they can give you a very decent sort of a good income, as it were, if you set them up right, like a global trading company here as well. They've got a high yield steam powered sugar plantation. So actually the pirates are not doing too bad for themselves at all. They're actually doing very, very well indeed in terms of the economy. Look at that abundant sugar plantation, and again, these are very, very nice islands indeed. They've even got a naval hospital here, so they're even able to get out first-rate ships. So the pirates really have expanded their sort of empire here within the Caribbean to a point where they're becoming quite a power, quite a force here within the Caribbean. Now Spain and indeed Britain are already tied down here in a sort of a brutal war here. Now we have to be careful as well, though we're not going to tread on any toes here. We don't want to get drawn in, sucked into this absolutely gigantic battle here. Sort of these two titans of the world sort of empires, these behemoths here, fighting each other, slugging it out with each other here in South and North America here. We want to keep our distance. We don't want to get dragged into this war. We simply cannot afford to get dragged into it, because we've already got a huge amount. We'll quickly just have a quick summary of where we are at the moment here. But as you can see, although our geographical mass is huge here, we don't have that quite strategic depth yet to be able to put our hands on quite a lot of armies, as it were. We've got our armies quite spread out here, guarding our borders here. Look at the Persian Empire, the Prussian Empire. It is pretty vast here. We are trying to keep them hemmed in from all sides, preparing ourselves for what will be eventually the war that will come. Believe me, that war with them will come. They've absolutely pretty much battered France's submission, so the chance that Paris and France will actually be eliminated this year, 1744, even 1745. Then we got Spain here. Now Spain are very friendly with us, but they're at war with a raft of people here, including Great Britain and indeed Sweden. Sweden aren't doing too bad for themselves either, so that's that's quite. They're at war with the Plains nation here, and also the Inuits, and they're allies of Venice, Savoy and Genoa, so they don't really have powerful allies, as it were, but of course they got a lot of trade from France, Prussia and ourselves coming into their coffers. But this, as you can see, we don't really have a sort of that an absolute strategic depth here of armies we can just sort of call on. So we're going to have to send in armies that we already have here on the western front, probably, maybe even draw some off from the eastern front. It is a gamble. Be under no illusions, my friends, it's a gamble. Now, many of you, including General DJP, have asked to be sort of the general, the army that leads the attack here. Alexander Larson, General Larson, has also indicated that he would also like to be involved in the attack. Now, that attack won't be coming straight away. We're going to have to trade off here. So the armies that are sent into the Caribbean cannot remain there permanently. The value of those armies is far, far too high for us to be leaving them on the sort of in the Caribbean, just sort of guarding islands. We cannot simply allow that happen. These armies, the finest generals and the finest armies, cannot be left thousands of miles away in another sort of continent, as it were, whilst we are sort of trying to sort of, you know, build up a real strategic depth here, and also a firm front against the Prussians here. Those armies, if they are used to attack the Caribbean holdings of the pirates, and indeed those rebel holdings here in French Guiana and Dutch Guiana, which have fallen into rebel hands, then they have to be brought back as soon as that campaign is successful. If that campaign is successful, which I don't doubt for a second, considering the generals and the armies we'd be sending there. But for that to work, we must have armies that replace those that are moved away from the Western Front, and then once those armies are brought back to the Western Front after that campaign, if all goes well, then the armies that were there to replace them will be sent to the Caribbean in their sort of stead, as it were. So we have to plan that out. We have to also include that in our economic sort of forecast, as it were. We can't just be throwing the money around. Although we got a vast territory, it's 12,702 coming in. That's all we've got for the sheer size of our empire. It's still, as I said, my friends, we simply don't have the economy either to sort of be throwing, you know, dozens and dozens of army groups all around the world. Everything we do must be perfectly accounted for. It must be strategically and planned for down to the meticulous detail, because you just don't know who's going to attack you, who's going to declare war on you. You have to be ready for every eventuality. If we get sort of rolled up by a major power here because we've just sent off troops off on a sort of on a mission into the Caribbean without actually planning it out through properly, then we can blame nobody but ourselves. So we have to be fully prepared here. But the pirate islands are our main goal for the foreseeable future, and also the Persian front as well. But also down here, if we can just quickly grab here the Dutch Guiana and French Guiana here from the rebels here, the absolute economic power that will give us here would be incredible. We're going to send in a battle fleet here as well, but you can high yield minefield, a gem minefield, an abundant gold minefield, an average yield here gold, but still brilliant here. We even get spice warehouse here, and I think spices are pretty high at 64 for 109 for ivory. That is mind-boggling. And 64 spices, so that is why we want this. So we might launch a quick smash and grab raid here to just secure this front, because this economy, this boost here to our economy would be vast. But that would also give us a stepping stone of an FOB, a forward operating base here, which many of you suggested we do to begin the campaign against the pirates. Or again, we have to do this step by step. We cannot be simply blitzing through everything. We don't have the troops or the naval forces to do it. So we cannot get tied down in a war against Spain or Britain, and we can't get bogged down in the Americas too much. We've got other priorities in the Middle East and also on the Western Front. So my friends, for now we're going to be looking. These are our primary goals here: Dutch and French Guiana. The pirates can wait until we're ready to really sort of push out here. Found the rebels as well, but that's a little bit too close here to any sort of possible conflict with Spain. But then again, that would be a wonderful forward operating base here. We might even look at here Newfoundland, but we remember we have to keep our focus on where we need and this is going to bring a lot of money in for us. We might even send a scout ship in here to see what's going on there. I think that might be. We've got, I believe. Oh, look at that, a first rate there. So we're going to build a fleet. This fleet is going to guard, actually, oh look at that. We can send in Yaleski here. That's going to be sent to the Americas just to give us that. We'll go for the Mid-Atlantic. I think we'll go for the Mid-Atlantic here. Be sent to the Americas here. because we've kept our head, gentlemen, please, because we have kept our head down out of any wars here. Ooh, Britain is in Italy. That is a real shocker. I didn't see that coming there at all. Mind you, Spain has absolutely got a huge amount of army. Oh my goodness me. That would be a task and a half to fight the Spanish, which we don't want to get involved in a war with the Spanish at all. That would be something that would tie us down for years and years and years of fighting, that would. And they've got all of Italy under their control, bar Venice. And unfortunately, Venice is being cut off by the Persians here, but we're not going to get involved in that either. Now, there's not a lot else we can do. Sort of research and a recap here. So we're getting classical economics, which is going to give us a massive boost to our wealth and our income. We're also getting citizenship, which is -2 here, clamour for reform. -2 recruitment cost for infantry. That's going to be fantastic. That really is. Then we're pushing really hard here on the sort of the naval tech to get everything we can here. The speed increase, movement range on the campaign map, enhanced prestige, which we're not really sort of, you know, that's not the main thing, but look at that, reduction of misfires and a reduction of reloading time, which is fantastic. And then we've got here in Ryansk, and we've got percussion cap, -10% misfire chance for all gunpowder weapons, reduce the impact of rain on misfires, which would be great. So we're really absolutely pushing our tech trees to the limit here. We've pretty much got everything. We haven't got mass production because we need classical economics to be able to do that, which we are. We've got 2 turns away from doing that. Then we can get mass production, which, look at that, like a reduction here, and this will really give us a massive income boost here. And what about here? We just need then abolition of slavery, which we're definitely going to get. Nobility, we'll just have to deal with that. We definitely want abolition of slavery. A horrendous practice. So, we've also sealed off here the Black Sea from the Mediterranean Sea with this fleet here. Not a substantial fleet, but enough to keep the Persian fleets that have for some reason ventured into here in check. So we're not going to allow them here, but we are going to probably send this force here into the Caribbean, and we'll probably start a new fleet here in Anatolia here. Excuse me, in Italia here, and this will probably be the new sort of the new fleet that will guard the Mediterranean, the Baltic for us. This fleet will probably be the fleet that will be designated to be sent into the Caribbean, into the Americas. It's not a massive fleet. It will have an admiral. It's not a huge fleet, but it's enough for our task, and it will be loaded up with troops. I think that's all we can do at the moment. Diplomatic relations are not too bad here at all. Genoa is hostile with us, which is fine, but they're not going anywhere because they're completely cut off. They're at war with us. We are trade partners with us, but they don't like us one iota. No, not trade at all. Not at war. Allies of Spain. That's a big problem there. It really is. Spain is just this absolute sort of titan just sitting on our doorstep. That's why we can't really move this army from Egypt. It's a very, very powerful army here, but it's the only thing sort of keeping Tripoli. Oh, actually someone's hitting here. Tripoli here is under attack by somebody. I'm not sure whom, or it hasn't been repaired. We're keeping this army here to sort of cover this sort of flank here, this sort of western flank in the Middle East here. We've actually got quite a decent lot of armies here locked down. This army can't remain here either indefinitely, and neither can this army. We've got this region well under control, so I think we can probably move these armies out and just leave maybe one army that'll be left to sort of patrol between the two here to keep both these regions under control, because we need to free up these armies for the Persian front. As you can see here, we've only got Baghdad here as our main sort of production center for this entire region. Look, that's hundreds of miles between the two. To move from Damascus here to Baghdad takes weeks and weeks of army, you know, hard marching for armies. This is the only sort of production center we got here to pretty much complete the entire combat units. We need the army groups here to attack Persia, which we are going to do. That's another task we've got to do, is take Persia out and gain all of this. We are a long way away in terms of mileage, thousands of miles away from the subcontinent India here. But our ultimate goal is to move up to the borders of India, but that's going to take a long time to do. It really is. We've got a lot of fighting to do there. But again, we're trying to stabilise the economy, build it up to where it needs to be, and really boost everything we can here. Right, I think that's pretty much all we can do. And also Persia, St. Petersburg, I beg your pardon, has got the biggest combat fleet in the area because it's our main trade line in terms of trade, overseas trade. 13,000 here at the moment. We just cannot jeopardise anything we've got here at all. So we've put in probably our largest naval task force has been moved into the St. Petersburg area. Kronstadt is going to be completely secure. We're not allowing anybody in and out of here. You just never know. Look at the Prussians here. They've built up a sizable force here in Estonia, which I don't like at all. We've got the forces to deal with it, but we would definitely be pushed here. Even with these forces, they have got quite the forces in the area here. There's nothing to be sniffed at all. We would be in a real fight here for St. Petersburg, and indeed even Moscow would be under threat from that force. That's why we sort of stage these armies here. But ideally we need another army here. Probably need an army group on this front here. But I think that's all we can recap at the moment. We've got a lot of forces here in the west, and we're trying to build up this force here in Zagreb as well. We've also got one in Bosnia, which we did last episode as well. We've built up quite a force here in Bosnia to secure the sort of the Baltic front. And indeed Patras is not too bad at all. Mind you, we've got this army in Greece here, which really is substantial, but we need to retrofit this as well. So we've got a lot of work to do before we can just sort of go marauding around the world. But our main goal is to try and get those rebel-held Ghana, Dutch Ghana, French Ghana. That's going to be our main goal here. And we're going to include, we use the generals we've got here, but they have to be replaced by armies if they're moving out. Right, let's end the turn here, my friends. Let's see what happens. We could see the end of France here. That's no exaggeration. France could be eliminated. Britain. Building up a steady force here. Will they take Naples? Oh my word, the plot thickens. Oh, Spain, look at that. Oh, Spain is building up a number of armies here. Oh no, now they're moving them away. Okay, are they moving up to possibly block any potential threat from the Prussians if they move down? I wonder if they're at war with Prussia. We never actually checked that out. But I think Spain can handle itself quite well. Prussia is an absolute titan. Look at that. Look at the fleets they got. If France falls as well, they will... Whoa, wait a minute, sir. Now Persia. Ooh. I think we should send some trade fleets in as well. Excuse me. Some trade fleets, pirates. These are the absolute fiends here. They really are. Look at that. They're starting to flex their muscles once again because they know they've got those sort of islands behind them. That's why we have to do something about it. For our... Ooh, look at that. Oh, 6,000 here for the steam engine here. Well, no, that's definitely going to be put into construction. Now, Mesopotamia. Excellent. We are building up some forces here. Now, oh, these men and gentlemen here have been replenished. How many can we put? We can put 2 regiments in here. How many cavalry units we got here? We got... So I think what we'll do is we move that into situ. Actually be moved up to the border here. We are going to start moving troops into the border here, so we can move across into the border if needs be. Not taking any chances at all here. Oh, look at that as well there. 1,125. We can really push our economy here. 1,250 there. And here 1,000. So I think we'll have Trabzon here is going to be our next upgrade here for our economy. Mesopotamia has seen quite the increase there. Got 2,290. We're going to build another army here. But I think what we'll do, we'll just build it here to the east of Baghdad. As you can see, Baghdad is still upgraded to ordnance board. It's going to give us 24 pounders. Then we'll be fully, we'll be on maximum capacity here. Of course, we haven't got any settlement fortifications we would like here in Mesopotamia and Baghdad, just in case the Persians ever decide to strike down into it from the sort of the west here, as it were. I went, oh, they've exempted it from tax. That must mean they're getting a lot of trouble here from the local populace. Now that could prove interesting. Are we seeing some rebellions here? Because ideally this is bringing in 28,000 for the region wealth here, but nothing for the tax for the Persians at all. That is interesting to know. Maybe we couldn't stir up anything here and stir a bit of a hornet's nest for them. But we've got to keep our heads below the parapet, as it were. Build up our forces bit by bit. If there's anything else we can upgrade here? We've still got a lot of upgrading to do in terms of our factories. Here as well, so as you can see, we do have to upgrade still quite a chunk of our stuff needs upgrading here as well, as you can see. A lot of it needs upgrading. The mines have been upgraded here and here as well. As you can imagine, Moscow is not the most happiest of places at the moment. I have to get some dragoons in here as well, I think. Many of you are saying, man, get some dragoons in here, they will keep the populace under control. Because they are expert. Oh, look at those horse grenadiers. We must get horse grenadiers. That's a wonderful sight there. We can get 3 of those. I think we'd use them as some garrison units for the moment. Can we get... No, we can't, so they can only come from Moscow. Pandors, light infantry, 12 pounders. I believe we were trying to retrofit one of these armies down here as well with some... We've got 3 24 pounders here. There it is. Right. So we're going to retrofit these. And we're going to take out... Oh, look at that. That's beautiful to see, it really is. Now these gentlemen can move to here and they're going to be disbanded. We're not going to use them. Absolutely not. We're going to use them at all. Disband it. We have to be economically neutral here in terms of what we're making. 130,000, 104,000 in income in tax. Karelia. Oh, excellent. They've actually moved up here, so that's given us a huge boost. And Ingria here. Ah, wonderful. Oh, look at that in Moscow. We've got to be careful of Moscow area. It really is decidedly dicey in terms of the populace. They're not really happy with what we're doing here. But we need to upgrade all of these. We need to really push the economy as far as we can here. Now, have all of these been upgraded here? We have to make sure. No, that hasn't. There, seem 1,500. That's on the way to being upgraded. That needs upgraded. These, so we've got a lot of investment to do here. But I think next turn we're going to invest in the armies here to get these up and running. Now, that's General Omar. We've got General Alexander here, who does have a phenomenal force here. We've got General DJP as well, who's got a very good force here. A lot of cavalry. We've got no general in here. He must have passed away in Vienna. So to recruit here, if anybody would like to be the Governor General of Vienna for the moment, or military governor, then of course please apply below, my friends, and it shall be yours. We've got General Beckham here as well. General Schwalbe here as well on the Hungarian front. I think that's all we can do. Let's just move that ship. How has it? Oh no, it hasn't. Move it, gentlemen, move it, please. We're going to have a scout here. And make sure that this is still under rebel-held control. If it is, then it shall be ours. And we're going to check here to see what happens with France, because that really is important. We will lose a lot of trade with France. How much is France here? Nothing at the moment. Yes, it is. France has got nothing coming out of it anyway. Right, let's end the turn. Oh, excellent. Well, to be honest with you, do we need to take any of these gentlemen out of here. Probably that for that would probably be the best. And to be honest with you, these troops are... I could probably take out the Streltsy here for that. Get some more guns into this army. And I think that's pretty much it, to be honest with you. I don't really want to remove any of these line infantry here because they're exceptionally experienced. They bring a lot of experience to that. So we'll leave this as it is. We'll probably... Actually, we could probably use these in a garrison formation. And also this 24 pounder can go somewhere else. That'll be fine. Let's see what Britain does here. See, Britain's not getting rid of the pirates at all. Oh yes, I beg your pardon, take it back. They are indeed. Britain's going for Naples. That is a real humdinger of a move there. Spain. Still cut off by Savoy. I'm surprised they haven't moved ships in to take care of Savoy. They do have some massive... Oh my word, that Prussian force there, it's fallen. France has fallen. France has fallen. Jeepers creepers, the Prussians are so powerful, it is unbelievable. It really is impressive how much the Prussians have expanded. We've got to be careful here. Now they've removed the French. They might turn their gaze our way. That's why we've got to be very... Look at the size of their fleets. That is just insane. Luckily we've got a sort of a decent alliance with them. But to fight into Prussia will be a very, very tough battle indeed. But what? We're not going to give you Karelia. You're not going to get it. That's it. We're allied, but we're not that friendly. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why are they building up there? There it is, my friends. There it is. That is why we have to be careful what we were doing here. And there it is. There it is. That's the reason why. Right. You fiends. Sweden have joined us here. Right. Not Prussia hasn't come on our side. I absolutely knew it. There it is. They must be desperate. Now we're going to move into a massive battle here. Oh, you absolute fiends. They've bypassed us. How did they get past us? On the bridge. That is impossible. Well, I'll be damned. Wow. They're going to start raiding all over. This army is surrounded. I don't bet. This is going to be a battle royale right here. Oh, we draw them in. We have to take this fight. We have to take this fight to eliminate these forces here, to bring them under. Then we've got to move our forces up to deal with these forces that are moved here. Then we have to... The Don here, Chakask is open here. We're going to have to start freeing up some troops from the Middle East and start moving them down here. Okay, this is going to be a pretty pivotal battle right here. We're going to take this fight right now. They're going to be coming in from the side here. That's a lot of that's a lot of troops they've got. They've got a huge amount. Luckily we've moved these guns in. If we didn't have these troops here, we've got General Ahmed fighting, we've got General Nelson, and we've got General Z fighting as well, which he's got the Republican Guard army here. But we're going to take this fight immediately, and we've got to move these troops straight away to deal with this force that's been sent along here. Otherwise they're going to absolutely wreak havoc upon us. Then we have to move troops from Damascus and from Jerusalem up towards Baghdad, because that is just mind-boggling. We have to close our ranks around Baghdad. But we're going to take this fight. Wow. Right, let's do this. Let's do this. Look how many forces they're moving into Moscow. This is going to be a huge campaign now. The Persians decided to declare war upon us. Where did that come from? Something has gone wrong for the Persians for them to do that. What we're not going to panic. What we're not going to do is panic. What we're not going to do is panic, because that will really lead us to absolute desolation here. What we're going to do is we're going to take this battle, then we're going to replenish our forces, and then we're going to go after that army group that sort of split off there's got past that bridge. Then we're going to do it. But how they managed to slip past us there, I don't know. But we're going to do cool, calm head here, because that will prevail here. If we can take the Don off them as well, that would be fantastic. But now we're going to have to transfer troops from the Western Front to the Eastern Front to the Middle East. It'll take a while for them to get there, but we got to pull forces from different locations here. My word. Okay, the first battle here in the Persian War. Oh, that's a mighty... that is a huge deployment zone here. We've got to use this to our advantage. Can we use this to... Where are they going to come in? They got reserves coming in, remember, so we've got to be very, very careful here. I think this might be a good deployment zone here. And we could use the village to break up there. But mind you, they're gonna have reinforcements coming in from the side somewhere. So we've got to be careful where we deploy. But we've got these carts here. These little haystacks will break up our formations like you would not believe. Or do we fight here close to the village, and then again we'd be here you broke up with these huts? No, I think we're going to fall right back here. Let the Persians come to us. We're going to show them. Russia does not yield. A quick line of percussive here. Discipline, my friends, discipline. Look at that, what a wonderful sight there. I'll be damned if we're going to see the Russian Empire collapse and the Prussian... See what I mean here, my friends? With this card here, they can cause havoc with your deployment. Be very wary of these things here. For some reason, they can stop a whole regiment from moving into position. Now, we've got to be careful we don't get bogged down in city fighting here. Cannot be this our Stalingrad here. We've got plenty of cavalry here, which we're going to hold back in a sort of reserve. If we can. Right, let's see. Ooh, look at that. God, a cheval. They are wonderful. Look at those. Look at that. The absolute elite, the pinnacle here of the heavy cav. Right, and then we're going to definitely keep ourselves. Now we've got... I think we'll have some experienced regiments here. Again, we've got to be very careful here. Gentlemen, please. Thank you. We've got a wall here, but unfortunately it's running the wrong way, the wrong direction. This regiment here on the right. Actually, we'll have to probably go over this part. We don't want that hut getting in the way of our firing. Let's stretch this regiment right out here. Jeepers creepers, this is going to be exceptionally brutal here, because they've got a massive amount of troops. That's the thing. They control a huge amount of troops. It's not the quality, it's the quantity of troops they have at their disposal. That's the real, you know, heavy-hitting part of their force. Now this part here, if we could put troops in here, put 137 now, they're going to be stretched out quite a way here. We have to put some forces. Look at that. Put some forces here, just gentlemen, please. Put some forces here to guard this flank. It's going to stretch us very, very much. Put 138th here on the left. And again, we've got to be careful of our deployment, not too far away from each other, but enough that we can support. Now, if we put these cavalry here, and that way we can move them here with deep demarcation line right out here, so these cavalry can actually come up to here. We're going to hold this cavalry back into position. Let's bring that in a little bit closer. So we've got the building to protect it here. The regiment here, which we'll put on the extreme left. The rest are indeed in reserve. We're going to pull some reserve units back here, and we can deploy these later on here. We're just going to make sure we've got enough troops here to really have enough in reserve on both flanks, left and right, just in case. Just in case. Gentlemen, please, thank you. Demarcation nice right back here, so that's good for us. No one's left out. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Come on, man, get a grip of yourself, boy. Get a grip of yourself. I'll put this regiment here in the middle just in case here. We can always distribute them as the deployment ends. Nobody else is left here. Too close now. Right, let's end the deployment. Right, I'm going to put these right up here. Oh, there they are, right there. Look at that. So we're going to have to stretch ourselves right out here. Double time, gentlemen, double time. This really is not a Sunday walk. Oh, good grief, they're right along here. So the right flank is going to be extended outwards. Right. Got the cavalry here. Now if we can position the cavalry, strike down. Oh, they got Zamdari horsemen here. They got those damn 12-pounders. Let's move, gentlemen. Let's move. What we are going to do is we're going to move these gentlemen out to this flank here. Actually, we'll stop them there, we'll keep them there. Let's take these out while we can. One coherent fighting group here. Oh, look at this. Russia on the charge here. Now you should meet the true power of Russia. That's why we've got this here in the way. Oh my word, that's a wonderful shot there. Well done, gentlemen. Look at that. Shatter General's bodyguard gone. Damn it, we've already lost these shaken here. They're broken. Oh my god, they got arrows. Right, get back, get back. That was my mistake. Okay, they're out of range. These should regroup. That was not the most successful charge in our history. But now we've brought them into the combat here. Let's see if we can... Come on, gentlemen, you must regroup here. Get a grip of yourselves here. Yes. We found their courage. actually, I think we'll be hitting these gentlemen here. Oh my word, are you actually serious here? Oh, look at that, what a... The deployment here is atrocious. These bowmen, let's take them out now while they're isolated. That's it, lads, shatter them now. Yes! General's dead. Oh my word, is this actually happening here? Is the deployment actually falling to pieces here? No, gentlemen, fall back, fall back. Oh, that was a wonderful strike there. My compliments to the chef, sir. We've got a lot of bowmen here. We're going to use this cavalry now in a strike and hit and run formation, as it were. Oh, we shattered this flank here. It's wonderful to see. What the place is up there? What the... Okay, that's pretty... We've got to... Oh, come on, lads, now. Fire! On, gentlemen. Fire now. Faster. Oh my word, that is absolutely wonderful to see. Both flanks now at the moment, both flanks are secure. Move these gentlemen up to this flank here. Just make sure we've got that extra oomph here, this extra punch. Actually, I think what we might do is clear this flank here. I think it's probably best for us, to be honest with you. Do not move through as they fire. Do not move through as they fire. Obliterated here. That's well done. Now we change our direction of fire. We're going to take out this cab. This, I think, just one of them needs to go here and deal with this. Broken. Wait, gentlemen, wait. Here, this is unbelievable. We've now got to replenish them. Yeah, look at that. Preparation is key. Please, I will have you court-martialed. Remove these fiends from our ranks, please, gentlemen. Thank you. And we're going to remove these. That's a wonderful sight, it really is. There's a lot of cavalry they got here, a huge amount of cavalry. We're going to withdraw. We've got to do this bit by bit here. Oh, they've come back. That is good. It would appear camel nomads here are starting to eat away at our lines here. And if that's what they want. Have we shattered them? We have. They're only below the levy to die. Ho ho. We'll pull these gentlemen back here. We'll finish this off. Have they found their courage? It looks like they have. Come on, gentlemen, get stuck into these camel nomads, for goodness sake. Bowman here, we're absolutely systematically destroying these fiends here. You dare to come into Prussian soil and then you will pay a heavy price. They're shattered. You can actually move them back. I wonder if we can move and outflank them here. That would be... They still got quite a lot of Zamdari horsemen here. Straight up that line there, please, gentlemen. Thank you. And they can be pulled back into reserve. They've been shattered. We've got these housing here just helping us here. 420. Oh, they lost a huge chunk of men there, then look at that. Speed up that fire. This flank has been cleared here. We've got... Actually going to move our general back here. General Ahmed. Just missed him here. Missed shot. Me, they got a lot of troops here. They got Zamdari horsemen guarding each of these cannons. That's a lot of forces coming in off the flank there. We're actually going to station ourselves down here with these guards here, just ready. Oh, that was a wonderful shot there. Look at that, they took an absolute pasting there. Now that, my friends, was a shot there. Look at that, broken in half there. Anything else coming our way? Nothing at all. Desert warriors. Ceasefire. Let the cavalry take care of it. Oh yes, the cannon, and of course your advice, my friends, has been wonderful once again. Let's go to the levy here. Absolutely obliterated. Sending some more cavalry here. Get this. Oh, gentlemen, please, your deployment has been atrocious. All because of 2 carts. Come on, gentlemen, please. I don't believe they've broken the cuirassiers here. This is unbelievable. They're shattered. Absolutely unbelievable. They've shattered the heavy cavalry here. Still. Ah, they've broken. Right, finish them off. Thank you, gentlemen. Move back. I've really got to improve my sort of cavalry exploits here. I really do, because they've been pretty shaky at the moment. Ooh, Zandari. Now they're starting to pile in quite a lot. Look how many troops are sending off the line here. This is insane. The sheer amount of troops they can throw into a battle is quite scary. Warriors, they could prove formidable. So we're trying to reinforce this line here. We'll move to here actually. This flank seems pretty secure at the moment. Look at that, look at these camels here have died here, right on the lines here, the front lines. that's a wonderful shot there. Desert Warrior's moving in as well. Where exactly are you going, sir? Get in square formation, gentlemen, please. Oh, look at this, they're not even getting anywhere near us here. They're wavering. Broken. Wonderful sight. Some Desert Warriors, looks like they're trying to go to fire at will. They're shattered. Oh, look lively, lads, look lively. What a shot. Change that direction of the fire. Gentlemen, this line is open here. Good grief, I've never seen such ill discipline in terms of formations here. I don't blame General Ahmed here, I blame the sort of the map here, the battleground as it were. This layout here of this battleground. Battleground is not conducive to good layout here, a good formation for your troops before they are allowed to deploy. We are going to batter them into submission here. Good grief, they've got more troops coming in off the line here. This flank is going to come under a tremendous amount of pressure. Oh, what a shot. My word, how many troops do they have left still? Come on, gentlemen, help us clear this flank here. We are not going to be losing any guns here. The general's going in. So we can pull them onto these squares here. Yes, that's it. Don't you break. We are fighting, well, not with limited resources, because that would not be fair to say that. But we are fighting on the edge here of what we can really sort of. Oh, thank goodness they broke, and they came right down the middle here, and they almost broke our 12-pounders here, our 24-pounders here. That's a huge amount of forces still coming here. The line. My goodness me, they got all the troops coming in still. Pull the generals back to this flank here by the looks of it. Especially the centre, because they're going to try and hit the centre pretty hard here. Don't come back, sir. Yes. What a fight this has been here. This has been sheer amount of forces against the quality troops we have available to us. Come on, now, gentlemen. Here. No, gentlemen, please. This is absolutely insane. I've got no idea where this regiment is going at all. Oh, well done, lads. Break them now, break them. Hold, lads, hold. They're still coming to Fangis here as well. This is unbelievable. Got to remove these here. We just have to. The cavalry's all we got at the moment here. Pour on the fire, lads. Pour on the fire. Going, lads, keep going. Gotta push them back here. Look at that, they're going down absolutely by the bucket load here. The cavalry has supported this flank very well here. Come on. Jeepers creepers, great balls of fire. Good grief, that is a lot. Lads, come on. Don't buckle, don't buckle. Come on, that's it. Clear them all up. You need support. Go on, destroy them all. I've run out of ammunition yet. It's the last throw of the dice yet. tons of them. Winning slightly. Gentlemen, I beg to differ. Racking. Yep. Right, we're going to get our generals involved in here. Broken in there. Got one good shot here. Oh, that's a shot and a half there. Word, what a fight that was, and still is, dare I say. I've never seen anything like this in a long, long time. Got some good shots here. Now we'll put these two. Oh my goodness, me, look at that for a shot. Compliments to the chef, sir. Yes, we did it, my friends. Holy smokes, close victory. One army of General Ahmed has taken on 2 of the Persians. What? Look at that. We lost 1,900. They've lost 9. They lost 8,000. They have 2,500 men left. 2,900 men left. What a fight that was. That really has blunted their power here. We've got to move in now and try to take care of these here with these forces here. We've got to replenish them. Wow. What a fight that was. Ooh. Classical economics, okay. Yeah, that's fine. We can still manage. We can still cope without that 20,000 here. We freed up a lot there. Right. dragoons here in Moscow being... That's excellent. We can still check. We can still scout here. There's no harm in that at all. We can still see what's going on here. We need this pretty badly here. What they've got here, they've still got galleons. But let's maintain our focus here. Got the Voronezh Tataria here, is now full powered here. Baghdad, luckily Baghdad is finally beginning to fall. France is gone. Look at this. +1 to management of treasury, +2 for justice, +1 competent general. Wonderful there. What a fight that was. Right, we are moving forces down here. We're going to start reinforcing. We cannot allow them here to do whatever they want. So this army here is going to move into position. So this army, which is completely untouched, we're going to bring these to battle. We have to destroy these. We have to. They got mortars as well, which are the most loathed of loathed. 4,461. We're going to replenish those for definite. And these gentlemen can actually be moved. Ooh, look at that. I think we'll bring the Don under it. Yeah. Ooh. I wonder if we can take the Don and use these forces here. Just capture the Don. What an absolute wonderful sight that would be. That means we'd bring these into battle here. We've got this army here, which does need replenishment. 4 turns. We've got dragoons moving down here to replenish. Actually, they should be moved down to here. That means we've got to move forces now, because remember, Baghdad here is completely surrounded here. Now this force here is going to be moved back to Baghdad. We're going to just reinforce what we've got here. We're not going to do anything silly. Can we weave through here? We're completely surrounded. This force is completely surrounded here. Mike Cathcart is surrounded. He can't get anywhere at all without launching it. Damn it, we're surrounded. Completely surrounded here. They're coming straight for Baghdad here. We're going to put ourselves in a position where we can hold this off. I'll be damned if we're going to find ourselves tied down. We're also going to start moving forces. And which force do we move here? From Jerusalem. What's the force in Jerusalem here? That's a heavy cavalry there, but they don't have the gun. Mind you, we're going to move the force from Damascus is going to move across. That's well under control here, but we will recruit more troops here to keep the war going. I'll be damned if we're not going to be yielding ourselves here to the Persians. Now they are going to probably try and come through here. We've got Ankara pretty well cut off. This is cut off here. We are going to reinforce here, so they're not going to be able to move out of here. And indeed, this navy here. We have to move an army from the Western Front. We have to move. Yep, I think we have to move this army here of Joseph General de Paz is going to be moved to the Tatarian front. We are not going to allow ourselves. We're going to reposition this gentleman here, this general here, General Ware is going to be moved just here, just to centralize that army. We're going to continue with our. Can we continue our refurbishment here of our factories? We're not going to allow this to hinge our progress thus far. Of that, my friends, I can assure you. Now what we get from here, 1,000 from here. I think we need to really sort of concentrate here on the west, for where it's out of sort of danger, as it were, of the war. You know, investing in the east here and the Middle East is not going to. But we're going to have these shadowing these forces here. They're not the best of forces. They're not the best, but they've got a huge quantity of forces here. We'll replenish this gentleman here as well. Got a lot of cavalry here. They got cannon, lots of levies, lots of bowmen. Oh, I think we can deal with this. If we could take Jakask, what a fight that would be. That would be wonderful for us to take. That took a real pounding, that force. Should we keep the Don under siege here? We move this force up to parallel to shadow this one here. We're not going to allow them at all to sort of really... I think we could take these. I think we could take these. Look at this force here, though. It's moving back into Don territory, possibly. But if we can shadow these here, not allow them out here, we can move in, we can take the Don. That would be a real, absolute wonderful sight for us to do that there. They're moving a lot, they've got a lot of forces, but they're moving down here into Baghdad area. That's why we're going to solidify our hold on Baghdad. And to that end, we'll move this force more here. We don't have any fortifications here, but damn, General Cathcart here is trapped. He cannot escape at all. Damn, that's a real sacrifice. Look how many troops we got here. Locked down. If they just bypass us, they might give us the time we need. But we're going to have a heck of a fight here, because the amount of troops they're going to send in, oh my goodness me. That Krobashi force there is scary. If they send all of these to Baghdad, we are in trouble. We can't have this army being cut off either as it moves into the area. But I'll be damned if we're going to be trapped into this war here without any sort of way of coming back. Believe me, we will not do that. But my friends, I'm going to end this episode here on that absolute massive battle, and the war has finally come. Now it is the Persians that have declared war upon us, and if we can just hold them up here in Baghdad for long enough to really soak up all this first sort of punch of theirs, as it were, we could have got a chance of repelling them there. If we get an army group in situ here, I'm not sure, I will look here for but if he can do a lot of damage, if this army can do a lot of damage to these armies here that might attack him, then General Cathcart could be the hero here of this entire campaign. And if we can take care of these forces moving in this army group here with our army group, we can move these forces down into here, and we're going to have to recruit a lot of forces from Moscow to move down into the area. We cannot allow the Persians to be wandering around here, and especially with all these troops here. We don't know where these are going. We don't know where these are going. If we could take the Don, it would put us in a fantastic strategic position, but we've got a battle coming up, and this is going to be it. But my friends, I'm going to end this episode here. If you've enjoyed this video, please comment, like and subscribe. And as always, my friends, I'm going to need your advice this time more than ever. My friends, I need your advice, so please get your comments down below. Let me know what you think I should do. This is going to be a massive war for us. It really will. It could define the entire campaign. But as always, my friends, hope you enjoy this video. Whatever you're doing, please be safe. Hope you're having a good start to your week. And until next time, my friends, bye for now.